and welcome to UC today. My name is Kieran Devlin, and today's session is how to leverage AI in your UC stack. I am delighted to be joined by Dan Payne, CTO at VOSS. Dan, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Kieran. It's great to be here.
Before we explore exactly how organizations can leverage AI in your tech stack, Dan, please tell us a little bit about yourself and your VOSS journey.
So, Kieran, yes, I'm Dan Payne, CTO at VOSS Solutions. I'm originally from Cape Town, South Africa, and relocated to Dallas in 2018. I joined VOSS back in 2010, and back then we were really only developing our automation product. At the time, we were coding up the orchestration workflows for our customers by hand and realized that this approach really didn't scale. So we decided to re-architect the product from the ground up, building a framework that allows you to customize those workflows. I was one of the lead architects on that project and later on went to take on the role of CTO. Then, as the years went on, we expanded our product suite beyond just automation to also include discovery and migration, as well as insights for real-time visibility and analytics.
Perfect. Well, let's begin at the beginning. You've previously talked about AI readiness. What role does AI readiness play for organizations hoping to leverage AI in their UC stack?
Yes, so I actually gave a presentation on the topic of AI readiness at the Gartner Digital Workplace Summit in London last year. AI readiness is absolutely essential for any organization hoping to leverage the value AI has to offer within their UC and collaboration stacks. As I was doing the research for my talk, it dawned on me that there are actually quite big overlaps between AI readiness and digital transformation maturity. So any organization that's already started along the digital transformation journey has actually also been preparing for AI, whether they've realized that or not. So some of the key pillars to being AI ready is infrastructure. So you need to have your UC stack and tools modernized. Integration will be a key factor when fully leveraging the power of AI. The next pillar is data. AI thrives on data, as you know, but you need to have your data well structured and appropriately stored in order to make effective decisions using AI. Then there's your people. You need to ensure that everyone in the organization is aware of the potential and are eventually upskilled in the relevant AI tools. And then lastly, you've got strategic partners. You know, don't try and do it all alone. There's just too much complexity for any one company to implement everything themselves. So organizations should be looking to partners to bring that expertise and help them with their requirements.
And what would you say are the most common barriers to AI adoption in UC, and how does VOSS address these with practical, scalable solutions?
Yeah, well, I'd say the most common barriers are when you don't put those key pillars of readiness in place. So, using old legacy telephony systems, for example, would make it extremely difficult for you to use AI assistants in your conference calls to make notes or summarize meetings. Or if your data is siloed across different systems, it would be really hard to gain any kind of useful insights using the power of generative AI. And then lastly, I think the probably the biggest barrier to adoption is the employees themselves. People don't trust what they don't understand. So a lack of basic AI literacy can be quite an adoption killer within your company. So yeah, I think avoiding inaction on the key pillars of digital transformation and AI readiness is really what's going to be a barrier for you in adopting AI within UC.
Brilliant. I'm definitely going to steal AI literacy as a phrase from yourself, Dan. I think that's an excellent way of condensing what is quite a massive trend and challenge at the moment, as you say, translating that user adoption, that user training into an effective means for organizations. Let's move on to automation now. What would you say are some of the challenges and in turn opportunities behind automation?
Sure, yeah. Obviously, automation can deliver massive value, reduce manual work, but it generally sounds easier on paper than it is in practice to implement. For example, to truly automate an operational process, you need to have a couple of things in place. So you have to have a thorough understanding of that process first. And it's shocking actually how many companies don't have their operations well documented, making it very hard to start automating anything really. Then you need to once you have a handle on that process, you need to understand what's in your UC stack. Are you on-prem? Are you in the cloud? Which vendors are you using? How many users do you have configured? What are the configurations? How many devices do you have? All of those details you need to get a handle on. And then, back to the need for modern systems in your stack. If you're using old legacy systems with limited or no APIs, you might not be able to automate any kind of end-to-end process. So really, those are some of the key things you need to start getting in your mind and ready for automation to even be feasible. And we come across these challenges with at VOSS with our customers all the time. But at the same time, we work with customers that are very successful on this front. They're the ones that have systems with modern APIs, and our automation product works like a charm. It's super flexible, so it can integrate with just about any API, and then orchestrate whatever process you throw at it. Of course, we have to talk about AI agents when talking about automation. I believe this year we'll start seeing agents being integrated into many different applications across many different industries. The main challenge, I think, with agents initially will be building trust. And I think being able to effectively monitor how our agents are performing will be key to building this trust.
Terrific. And I think one of the hot topics around AI, which is itself the hottest of topics, is about ROI, and you see ROI in AI, and as you guys have highlighted several times, usage tracking and optimization are key in this instance. How does VOS enable organizations to maximize efficiency and reduce costs?
No, absolutely. Usage tracking is a critical first step in identifying any inefficiencies or making informed decisions about how to invest in your UC stack. Our Discover and Insights products are specifically designed to tackle this challenge. With Discover, for example, you're essentially able to audit your existing deployment, even if you're still on legacy on-prem systems. Then once you've pulled the trigger and migrated to a modern stack like Teams, for example, our Insights product provides you with that ongoing visibility into how your UC systems or collaboration system is being used, whether it's tracking call volumes, meeting activity, or even how licenses are being consumed. Um, I think this kind of visibility makes it much easier to optimize resources. For example, one of our customers discovered they were over allocating licenses by as much as 20%, which you can imagine for a large organization can be quite a cost saver. We also help organizations track the quality of their UC services in real time. So not just usage and adoption, but just the actual quality of and health of the system. Um, it means you can spot performance issues and address them before they ultimately impact users. So when you combine that usage visibility with the improved service quality, you really end up cutting costs and getting much more out of your investment.
And then let's discuss a capability that can be quite an underrated game changer for many organizations. I'm talking about predictive monitoring. What can you tell us about that?
Sure. Well, predictive monitoring is another trend we're seeing in the AI space. I think it's one of the areas where AI can have the biggest impact in UC. By analyzing both historical data and real-time metrics, we can identify patterns and flag potential issues before they become real problems. Um, for example, if the system notices that packet loss is trending upward or a server's CPU usage is consistently high, it can trigger an alert and give your team a chance to act before any of the users are actually affected. Um, yeah, predictive monitoring is also really powerful when it comes to planning. Like we were saying about the licenses and the adoption. By forecasting future trends like usage spikes or increased resource demand, you can ensure that you have the right capacity in place without over provisioning. This ultimately gives you a more efficient and scalable UC environment. And this is an area we're currently doing a lot of work on. So keep an eye out for some news in a couple of months.
And lastly, before I let you go, Dan, for organisations looking to optimise their UC stack, what would be your key advice and how can VOSS play a role in their journey?
I'd say the key is to start by fully understanding your UC setup. Take stock of what systems you're using. Like I said, which vendors, are you on-prem? Are you in the cloud? Is it hybrid? How are they performing? Are there any pain points? And then once you've got that clarity, you can focus on upgrading to modern tools, and then look towards automation and monitoring to unlock its full potential. This is where VOS really helps. I think our suite of solutions can support you at every stage of that AI readiness and digital transformation journey. Whether it's automating your operational processes, helping you migrate to that new modern platform, or just bringing your real-time visibility of how people are using your use environment. We've built these tools to be flexible, scalable, and easy to integrate. So yeah, I think that's the best place to start, really.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's a very compelling note on which to end today's session. So thank you, Dan, for being here.
Big pleasure, Kieran. Thanks for having me.
And if you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share on social media, and we'll see you next time. I've been Kieran Devlin, who you see today.